Just 3 minutes away from action here at the Tricky Triangle for the Fueled Up 200 for the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series coming up next.
Drivers in the line, 17 races on the clock. Monday nights we light it up, green flag rolling, never stop. Flam Dogs Racing League, built for the chase, built for the fight. One season, one crown, every lap counts now. Hold your line, hear that sound. Flam Dogs Racing League, Flam Dogs Racing League. Take it home, Flam Dogs Racing League. Flam Dogs Racing League. Let's go! 17 races deep, every corner tells the truth. Slipstream, prayer, heartbreak, heat, old steel with a hungry groove. Wise Owl Wash on the Cup Series sign keeps the shine on the dream, keeps us ready every time. One crown in view, every point in play. Stay in the groove, don't fade away. Flam Dogs Racing League. Go, go. Flam Dogs Racing League. Go, go. Monday nights, we ride 40 strong, side by side. One season champion. Take it home, take it home. Flam Dogs Racing League. Flam Dogs Racing League. Let's go! When the white flag waves, we lean in close. Every heart in the room knows what it knows. One last push, one clean line. Wise Owl Wash, shining tonight. Flam Dogs Racing League. Go, go! Flam Dogs Racing League. Go, go! Monday nights, we ride 40 strong, side by side. One season champion. Take it home, take it home. Flam Dogs Racing League. Flam Dogs Racing League. Let's go!
What is up here at Pocono for the Wise Owl Wash Racing League Cup Series, powered by the Flam Dogs Racing League? Again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, race fans, sim racing sickos, and everyone who looked at the Pocono Raceway and thought, you know what, NASCAR needs a triangle. Welcome back. It is week 4 of 17 and season 3 of the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series from the Flam Dogs Racing League, and tonight we have arrived at the tricky triangle for the Fueled Up 200 at Pocono. And Pocono is truly one of a kind. 3 turns, 3 completely different corners, because apparently when they designed this place, somebody said consistency is for cowards. Coming out of North Wilkesboro, Fortson Poston has reclaimed the top spot, again with 143 points, and now he holds a whopping 26-point lead over Joseph Mealy. And that's just the beginning, brother. As we move into the points, at least by the rest of the field dinner before you continue doing this, then Fortson. And behind them, Thomas Meeks and Matthew Fleming are all tied at 108, while the middle of these standings has become an absolute elevator. I'm going to bring that in here real quick while I'm talking about it so you can make sense of it all. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. This is what you're looking at. Again, behind them, Thomas Meeks and Matthew Fleming, and then Jonathan Militia jumped 8 spots. Nick Tarana jumped 12. Austin Walton jumped 14 positions. 14. Austin didn't just climb the standings, he got fired out of a goddamn cannon. Unfortunately, for every elevator going up, somebody has to be standing there repeatedly pressing the basement button. Robert Hissong and Ira Kohlhaas both dropped 12 positions, proving once again that NASCAR point standings are basically the stock market, except somehow with more emotional damage. And tonight, Pocono presents an entirely different problem. Turn 1 is fast, the tunnel turn is terrifying, turn 3 feels like it belongs at a completely different racetrack, and if you mess with all 3 of them upon the same lap, congratulations, you've completed the Pocono experience. With a race called the Fueled Up 200, strategy is bound to play a role tonight. Somebody is going to save fuel, somebody is going to stretch a run, and somebody, yes, somebody is absolutely going to hear pit this lap and respond, wait, now? Again, my name is Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat, and you can find me on YouTube and Twitch. Just search for X Horseboat X. But tonight, it's all about the Flem Dogs Racing League, the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series, and 30 drivers trying to survive a racetrack shaped like something you'd find in a preschool geometry book. Again, 3 corners, 1 championship, 0 guarantees. Anybody agrees on whose fault the wreck was. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fueled Up 200 at Pocono. Let's go, racing at the Tricky Triangle. Again, as I try to speak English and fails miserably, Neurospike Industries redeemed us on-screen celebration. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Again, Atomic Bomb, welcome into the chat. Again, I'm on live over on YouTube and over on Twitch. But more importantly, right now, we are getting ready for what is supposed to be a great race here at Pocono. Not sure what is happening here tonight, but we're going to figure that out as we go. But here, let me go for the grid walk. We're going to go fast as we've gotten a little ahead of ourselves this evening, being behind here early. Tyler Smith and Ryan Robertson on the front row, with row 2 being Ira Kohlhaas and Evan B. Drake, new to the series. In row 3, you have the 88 of Matthew Fleming and the 74 of Wesley Jeanette. Johnny DePasquale and the 5 of William Robbins. Welcome back, Texas native. In row 4. Row 5, you have the 22 of Jason Blaney and the 69 of Jonathan Militia. Row 6, you have Dylan Morante and the 36 and the 29 of Robert Histong. Row 7, you have the 9 of Michael LeBron James and the 55 of Thomas Meeks III. Row 8, you have Michael Lanfear and Derek Fye in the 09. In row 9, you have the 39 of Joseph Mealy and the 23 of Nick Tirana. In row 10, you have the 73 of Justin Malarkey and the deuce of Cody Keller. Row 11, you have the 17 of Austin Walton and the 10 of Scott Stockel. In row 12, you have the 48 of Juan Linares and the 75 of Justin Blamille. Row 13, you have, looks like, Paul Shaw and Jason Blamille. Row 14, Jackson West and Nathan Line. Row 15, Dakota Collins and Kerwin Marshall. And rounding off the end is Fortson Poston and the 57, not appearing, Josh Purcell. Again, apologize for the late start to this evening's action. Got a little sidetracked what was going on outside of the series. Again, thankful you all are good with it. Appreciate that as we get going. Green flag racing here at Pocono. Again, the Fueled Up 200 for the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series only here on the Horseboat Network. Happy to have you along for the ride as we get ready to roll. Again, 80-lap stage is going to be on lap 20, 65% fuel, and 6 total tire sets to go. Again, it's going to take them a moment to get around to this acceptance of the flag. Again, if you're here, thank you for hanging out. I do apologize for the late start to my program. Got a little sidetracked. There's some other things going on. But we appreciate you having the broadcast ready and available. Again, sorry for the sudden burst, but the pace truck is off. And it is time for the Fueled Up 200.
Green flag.
Right here at Pocono, we are green, green, green for the Fueled Up 200. Tyler Smith, Evan Drake out in front. Ryan Robertson, you got 3 wide all over the place here on the backstretch heading into the tunnel turn. Tyler Smith, Ryan Robertson, Evan Drake, Wesley Jeanette, and William Robbins, your top 5 right on board with the 5 of William Robbins. Again, Robbins just coming back. Looks like Kerwin Marshall has crashed. Oh, smacking into the wall. A few of these fellas having a bueno time, and the first lap is going to be led by the 21 of Tyler Smith. Let's go back and let's see what happened to Kerwin Marshall. Let's back that ass up. Look at that 7 Bass Pro Shops tracker boats. Looks like the 54 of Dakota Collins and him make sweet love by the fire, and it stays green. Don't know how that happened, but we are still green right now as everybody gets single filed out. Jason Blaney in that, I don't know, let's take a look at that. That 22 chromed out Ford Mustang. Right on board. And Blaney here battling for 6th position with Jonathan Militia. And a part of that team, Fueled Up Motorsports, trying to make a difference here right away in this series. Again, race 4, we've got a long way to go. We'll go back to the points here as we get further on down the line, but we are 3 laps in. Stage 20 is the one and only stage here for this series. And you see Cody Keller there holding off Ira Kohlhaas, Jason Blamille, and Scott Stockel. For how long? Who knows? Again, the tricky triangle doing its magic here at Pocono early. Race 4 of 17 on the docket. Almost a third of the way home here for the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series. Looking up to the front again, Tyler Smith having about a 2-car length lead over Ryan Robertson right here. It's right on board with the 45. 45 in the burnt rubber apparel machine. Tonight apparently is his last night here in the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series. Not because of any grievance or any issue. It's more or less he's a bowler. So this guy's a bowling genius. And I wouldn't say genius, but a bowling savant. Is that close enough? Guy's got to go compete. He's got to scratch that itch. Wish the 45 well, but currently running in 2nd place right now. And before I forget, because I am shitty at my job, special guest commentator in the booth tonight, Josh Cole. Josh, I am so sorry. I almost forgot about you. But he's here.
You over there doing your thing. I was just going to let it go.
No, Josh is here. He's going to provide some color while I provide some play-by-play. Again, Josh, I know you've had some familiarity with some of these drivers in this league, but you're also a veteran of driving these stock cars. In Pocono here tonight, what would you look out for if you were in this race?
The biggest thing is figuring out the tunnel turn. If you can figure out that tunnel turn, you gain a lot of momentum going down into turn 3. I've learned that figuring out the tunnel turn allows the pass through 3 in order to make positions. Because you can make it into one on a long run, but once everybody gets single file, if you're not going into three side by side, you're not going to get the pass through the straightaway.
Yeah, and you are definitely correct about that. It is definitely hard to pass here. I found it is if you can get a jump on somebody maybe in the tunnel turn, you can make that happen. But again, like you said, if you're not declaring there, an opening in that line, it's really hard to pass it.
Yeah, going into the tunnel turn, you got to know when to gas up, because if you gas up too early, you're going to end up drifting up into the wall. If you're too late, somebody's going to cut you off, and you're going to end up being behind them going into three.
And that's the biggest problem, I think, for people who drive like official lobbies or private lobbies. They think of the gas pedal like a light switch. They can just completely back up off of it and get back up on it. And honestly, that's probably the worst thing you can do as a driver.
Yeah, especially in like flat turns like turn 3 here. If you gas up a lot or a little bit earlier, even if it's just you got about a 5-second window to really get on the gas, and if you're not in that gas in that turn, either you're turning in too much, and you're gonna have no drive off the corner, or if you get in too early, you're just gonna drift up.
And I know this is probably in layman's terms, so sue me for saying this, but momentum is everything. If you can't maintain that momentum, how the hell are you going to make that pass? And if you're laying off the gas pedal completely like a light switch turning itself off, getting back on it, you're not going to feel that momentum that you once gained. You've lost it all in that stretch.
Yes, and I know it's not a super speedway and everything like that, but if you can get partnered up with somebody that runs your line exactly how you do, or pretty close to you on the straightaways, it adds up big time. And if you can work with either your teammates or just somebody out there that's willing to work with you, you can make up ground just by you two cars together.
Again, great insight from Josh Cole. And we'll plug the ISRL premiering next week, Tuesday night, September 1st. I don't have an advertisement for it, but they are coming back. Josh, I know you're a part of that league. I know you're very excited about that. Again, a guy who has stock car knowledge, understands these cars on iRacing to a T. Again, momentum is key here at Pocono. Like he mentioned, it is ultimately track position, how you handle your car, and the timeliness of your pit. Again, right now we're looking at 65% fuel, stage break at lap 20. I'm thinking they're going to have to pit around lap 15 if they haven't conserved anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
guessing,
know.
Man. I'm guessing. Pure.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't know exactly what percentage they run here, but I know Pocono is a really hard track to conserve fuel on, so you might be able to save a lap after the fuel run, but at the end of it, I mean, fresher tires here make a big difference.
Absolutely. It's right on board with the 69 Coors Banquet Beers of Jonathan Militia. Again, Jonathan Militia in the heart of NASCAR country. Mooresville, North Carolina native. A man who has been around the NASCAR scene a long time. Currently running in 7th place here inside the top 10 Militia. A guy who Josh, I know I give this guy a hard time to the highest degree. But because he's such a good driver, he can put it together. He just has to be patient.
Yeah, with Militia, patience isn't key here. Militia is balls to the wall pretty much every race he's in, and I give him credit for it because even though he pushes the car, he pushes it to where the car can still handle in a long run.
Right.
And that means that he's holding speed while also conserving, and that is very hard to do, especially in these cars.
It is a fine line in these cars, as Josh has mentioned. Tyler Smith up in front, Ryan Robertson second, Evan Drake, William Robinson, Wesley Jeanette, your top 5. Wesley Jeanette is right on board with him for a brief moment. Got that chromed out, or not chromed out, but maybe chromed out. I don't know. I can't see his car. What am I doing with my life? Oh, he's got the chromed out car of Jason Blaney behind him. That's what I see. So, again, you're seeing the 74 running in there. It looks like the Clark Ford Mustang having a solid run. Biggest mover of the night so far is the 39 of Joseph Mealy, running currently in 11th, trying to crack that top 10. You see in front of him there, about a few car lengths ahead of him, is Johnny DePasquale. A lot of these guys rocking that Dubby sponsorship. Is that really worth anything? I don't know, Josh. Have you looked into that? I thought about it, but I never have.
I don't think I've ever truly looked into it, but but I mean, I definitely could say I have seen it in the iRacing world a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I see it on social media. We're like, we'll sponsor you, whatever. And I hear nothing but positive things. So I'm like, you know what? As a broadcaster, maybe I could do something. But at the same time, I don't want to be limited. Like, hey, man, you got to keep it PG. You can't be dropping F-bombs. And I try not to. But I'm sure, as you know, if you get into the 10, 15 caution, you're running out of material. You want that shock rock value.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
William
yeah.
Robbins running into second. Big story with him. A guy who has missed the first few weeks of the series is now making up for it with dominant racing right now. Currently in second place. A guy now moving to Texas, making the big move. Again, congratulations. I'm glad that you and your family made it safe across the United States in your trek to Texas. I saw that story about your son and his windshield. Won't get any further into that. I hope that everything is good with that. Again, much love to the Robbins family. I love them, all of them. His wife is great. He is an awesome person. His family seems to be super cool. Love William Robbins and the team over there at Flem Dogs. Sorry, Flagship Motorsports. It's been a long night. It's a Monday. Forgive me. Tyler Smith still in front and seemed to be comfortable in this lead. Now, Josh, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the front, but he has been smooth this entire time.
No, I've actually been looking back here between 15th through 20th. These guys have been swapping positions left and right.
Oh, I will turn my attention to that and the camera team to that.
They like the inside line right now is moving because he has somebody to work with. So the guy on the inside might actually get the run coming out of the corner in one here for I think 17th.
And we're looking at looks like Robert Hissong, Justin Malarkey, Nick Tarana, Michael Lamphere, and Cody Keller in this instance. Again, we're all separated out, single file. Things are moving great. Couldn't be happier as a broadcaster at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, Pocono is one of those tracks where if you do catch a long green flag run, it usually spreads out pretty evenly, and you really don't need to lose the draft because if you do, they end up gaffing you. And you just, unless you have somebody behind you that's willing to stick with you, you're just never going to catch up back up to them.
And look at this, Militia laying a block now on Dylan Morante. Dylan Morante, again, if you don't know, well, it's not Dylan Morante, that's Wesley Jeanette. But if you don't know Dylan Morante, let me brief you on last week in North Wilkesboro. Green White Checkers comes, Fortson posts and says, I want your left rear corner panel. And puts his ass in the wall, and then Fortson Poston takes the win. Morante, again, a class act. I cannot say enough about the 36 and Dylan and his team. They were a class act about it, took it on the chin. They're looking to come back this week with Force, currently 8th right now. Fortson Poston, let's see where he's at. He's currently 22nd. So it is a battle at the hard to pass, tricky triangle.
Militia just turned Jeanette.
And we've got a caution. As you mentioned, Wesley Jeanette involved, it looks like. And Jonathan Militia. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the YSL Watch Cup Series Instant Replay.
Well, these guys have been battling through pretty much the last 2 laps, and it looks like Jeanette just...
Go ahead. Give me your analysis, Josh.
Well, these guys have been, fighting hard. Like I said, when you get single file, it's hard to pretty much, get around somebody. And it looked like Jeanette and Militia got into 3, and they just both went up the track, and they just ran out of room coming out of the corner.
Now, if I can be fair in this, because I know John, I don't know Wes. In my opinion, in this one, as we're replaying it back, just barely did the 69 catch the right rear corner panel of the 74. Militia, I don't think would be the guy to be like, hey, I want to get this position from him like this. But, again, I'm not trying to speculate too much. Let's back this up. We're riding on board with Jonathan Militia right now. as we back that ass up. And he's getting out of 3. Looks like Jeanette cleared out a little bit, let up, and then boom, into the wall. Just happened to catch that right rear corner panel. And I'm sure Jeanette has a lot to say about that.
Yeah, coming out of 3 here, I know the wall doesn't stick out at all, but when you're gassing up on an alpha flat corner, it comes up a lot quicker than you would think.
It's easy to do in this situation, and unfortunately for Militia, getting Jeanette caught up in that is unfortunate. But it looks like Tyler Smith leading everybody down to pit road. These guys are competitively trying to get track position. Looks like Smith is going to be on top of his game as we get back into it.
Now, do they run fast repairs?
Yes, they do. They have at least one fast repair in this session.
Okay.
Let me confirm that.
I mean, Militia came in and out of pits, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come.
But even with the fast repair, giving it up this early in a long race like this, I mean, you got to be careful with the rest of the race now.
Right. And it is unfortunate for that to happen between Militia and Wesley Jeanette, but it is a part of racing. And our first caution of the night, and I believe they're not going to call a caution for the stage. Don't quote me on that. Tyler Smith may have won that stage.
Yeah, really good drive by the top 3 guys. They were actually starting to kind of pull away a little bit. They're coming off of 3 before the wreck, and these 3 guys up front have just pretty much been up there the whole night.
The cream of the crop.
As we get in this tonight, looks like we are 18 laps in of 80. First caution of the night, and I don't believe we're going to do another one as we are 1 to go. Neurospike says, muy bueno. Muy bueno, mi amigo. Gracias for joining. I don't know Spanish for joining. I don't know if you could chat GPT that, Josh. That would be great. But not mandatory. As we get ready to start back up for the Fueled Up 200, you have Tyler Smith and William Robbins with Evan Drake and Ryan Robertson. Almost had a stroke when I said that. Dylan Morante, Jason Blaney, Matthew Fleming, Jonathan Militia, Donnie DiPasquale, and Thomas Meeks III. Your top 10. And interesting thing about Thomas Meeks, a guy who is known as the weapon, as the algorithm explains it each week to week. This guy getting a win on the season, currently running the top 10. What's your opinion of the 55?
I've raced around these guys. They're pretty much their whole team. And I will say, out of all the teams that I've raced with, even through Gears, through ISRL, through all the leagues that I've ran with, I could easily say the team, a flagship, they stick together week in and week out, no matter what it is.
Yeah, if anything, they're persistent, right? They're consistent and persistent with their identity, who they are, and how they go about their business. And honestly, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Flagship. There's a lot of drivers in there that are really, really good. You got to love what they have in their garage. Pace truck is off. Tyler Smith leading us off. William Robbins waiting for his cue. We are green, green, green for the Fueled Up 200.
Yeah, so when the leader gets out like this, out in front on a restart. Oh. About to wreck.
Dude, like, they don't make it boring. I will tell you that. At least with this series, and the one thing that I love about this collective group of drivers, they don't make this racing boring. They do make it fun. Again, 20 cautions isn't great, but ultimately, great group of drivers, and they seem to get along with each other fairly well, albeit the last 2 races. But if it keeps going for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I can understand why people would not like each other. But we are good. Tyler Smith out in front. Josh Cole, Give me some analysis. What do you think going here on this restart?
Oh, I mean, the restarts at Pocono that I've noticed, at least in my experiences, is it's almost like Indianapolis because it's so wide on the
Yeah.
start. If anybody doesn't get in the gas, it just fans out.
I can agree
And
with
you
that.
could, I mean, I've been 4, even hell, I've even been 5 wide going into 1, and you're just sitting there like, I hope I make it through.
I am praying to Jesus if there's 3 or more cars entering turn 1 with me, just because I know how it's not as highly banked as like a Daytona or a Talladega where you can withstand like, okay, here comes all these cars, we're going to go into this banking, everything's going to be fine. But if some asshole does not brake right or let off the gas at a certain time, it screws the rest of the group. So, again, if you love your Lord and Savior, you're going to be praying to him in turn 1 here at Pocono.
I've noticed a lot of people toward the back, mainly probably 12th on back. You could tell that they're pushing more than the guys up front because when they come off a 3, you can see a couple of them slap the walls coming off a 3, and that means they're getting in the gas trying to gain ground off the straightaway.
Let's ride on board with Michael LeBron James. Again, LeBron, I'm giving him a nickname just because of Michael James. It just fits, all right? I'm doing it. But we're riding on board with him right now on his hood cam, currently running in 13th. Again, a perspective of a guy who's trying to crack that top 10. Maybe not legitimately trying for the win, but he does seem to have the car to make it go, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just, you got short run guys, you got long run guys, and then you got conservative guys. And when you get all 3 of them out on the track, especially on restarts, you don't really know what to expect unless you've raced around these guys for as long as you have been. And I mean, one week you could be a guy that's saving, and the next week you could be, foot to the floor. So it just all depends on the cars around you. Yeah, you have the fast repair to help you out, but that only works one time.
Right, and I think right now, conversely, as far as this field goes, Pocono seems to be working out great. These guys understand it, and as I think I was correct, Tyler Smith won that stage. They called the stage what it is, so I think we're safe to say that Tyler Smith had that under lock, and he's had, again, every lap this race so far he has led. Tyler has not let up. Ryan right there in second alongside Ryan Robertson. I always fuck that up. Pardon the F-bomb. Evan Drake and Jonathan Militia with your top 5. With Thomas Meeks, Matthew Fleming, Joseph
got one going through the infield.
And I'm not going to say anymore. Looks like we have a yellow flag. And it looks like Michael James is a part of that. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see. It's what I get for, saying, oh, these guys are great. Michael LeBron James and Jason Blaney, which I'm still having a troublesome time getting used to the Joey Logano 22 with the Blaney nomenclature. So I'm getting used to that. But it looks like these two connected like the human centipede and disconnected like AOL Internet. Let's back it up one more time, see what we can see. And it looks like the left rear corner was caught from Jason Blaney to Michael LeBron James and ended up into the inside wall on the front stretch. Again, one more time from the MeanYourMom.com blimp cam. Josh, go ahead.
Looked like the 22 was trying to get a little side draft going down the straightaway. Got a little too close.
Yeah, like a little something, a little extra on the side, like he was married, looking for an extra side piece with some chicken tendies. Again, inside there on the front stretch wall. Looks like everybody's going to be okay, but if I'm Michael James, I'm a little hot. And that's just being real.
Yeah, I mean, but that goes back to what I was saying. I mean, you get those in line on the straightaway. I mean, you're a sitting duck if you're not in line, and that just sucks.
You are on point with that. Again, all of this commentary that you're hearing right now is going to be replayed Wednesday nights over on YouTube. Follow and subscribe at Heavy Braking. They break down all of Monday night's race with their personalities and exploits. Again, Thomas Meeks and Cody Keller on the call. If you're wanting to laugh, wanting to have some fun, and reminisce about what happened on Monday night's race here in the current week. Heavy Braking is the place to go. Give them a subscribe on YouTube and enjoy that content. Because, again, I tune in every week. Enjoy it every week. It is a great time. Couldn't think of a perfect duo, more of a perfect duo, I should say, to host that. Again, Thomas Meeks, Cody Keller hosting Heavy Braking every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Can you see some guys dip out, some guys dip into the pits? Tyler Smith looks like going in. No, staying out with Ryan Robertson to follow. Going to be one additional lap beyond that, but let's take a look at who's pitting in right now. You have Evan Drake, Matthew Fleming, William Robbins, Thomas Meeks, Robert Hissong, Michael Lanfear, Ira Kohlhaas, Jason Blaney, Michael James, Juan Linares, Nick Tarana, and Austin Walton taking advantage of the caution. And Jackson looks like to be out there. Evan Drake to lead them out.
Yeah, but you notice the 3 cars that are in line that pitted together, like we were talking about earlier, flagship. All 3 of them pitted same time.
Yep. And again, that is their strat. That's something that they do. And they're very well versed in doing that. Looks like Robin's Wild Family said, oh shit, I didn't know this. No, LeBron, hello. Again, Liz is enjoying this broadcast. That's amazing. Colin Thier Jung 8452 said, let's go Ryanson.
I will say, since the last restart, look at the guy that's in third after even being in that second caution that we had.
Yeah.
I mean,
gotta love it.
It just shows, I mean, you can have bad luck and good luck at the same race.
Yeah, definitely. Ryan Robertson, as I mentioned, starting a bowling league, going to be a big loser going in next week, Monday. But, and I'm joking, of course. He loves bowling, loves his bowling league that he's a part of. Going to join that up. Hopefully he can end this off with a win. Josh, you know Ryan just as well as I do. You think this guy pulls off a top 10 or no?
I mean, in my mind, I hope he does, but I mean,
I'm not saying
Pocono...
hope, man. I'm not saying hope. Okay, we're not saying hope. Does he or does he not finish in the top 10 tonight?
Are you giving me an over/under? I mean,
inside or outside
it,
top 10?
I mean,
What do you predict?
He's been running consistently top 2. I mean, he qualified on the front row. He's still up there. I mean, he's been holding every other attack that I've seen, from behind, and it's just, if he can keep it up, I mean, he should be up front the whole race.
Colin says top 10 for sure. You are doubling down on that. I'm going to hold that verbatim as we get ready to go back to the restart for the Fueled Up 200. You have Tyler Smith and Ryan Robertson, Jonathan Militia and Joseph Mealy, Dylan Morante and Justin Malarkey, with Johnny DePasquale and Derek Fye, with Scott Stockel and the deuce of Cody Keller rounding out our top 10. Again, the Fueled Up 200 really coming out with a banger here tonight.
I'll tell you a guy that started with an EOL that's starting to make his way up is Fortson. Fortson's already up to 14th.
Yeah, he is currently up to 14th and our biggest mover of the night. 17 spots. Again, he started 31st. Now up to 14th. Again, hell of a place to pass here. But he is doing work as we enter, I don't know, the 2/3 of the race. I don't know. We'll get there. Colin says top 10 for sure. For Ryan Ryanson. Pace truck getting ready to do what it does best, and that is go down pit lane.
Green.
21 leading us down the way to lead us off, and we are back green for the Fueled Up 200. Jonathan Militia right there on that inside line leading them down.
Oh.
Militia leading that
Caution,
high line
caution.
coming out. We already have in action. Packed accidents.
You happen to get a look at your temps when you're on track right after that caution fell?
And it looks like Dakota Collins a part of that. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see. And hopefully this isn't the beginning of cautions breeding cautions, because it is very submissive and breedable at this point. Looks like the 75. Looks like 5 was already getting loose. Able to save at 54, losing control. Maybe a reaction. Maybe the 75 giving him a little bit more. Yeah, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. The 75 with Jason Blamille giving Dakota Collins the what for. While the 5 of William Robbins started to get loose. Wesley Jeanette loose as well. Kind of a chain reaction. But fortunately for everybody else, that is going to be just fine. We're going to give you a moment. Grab something to drink and enjoy. We'll be back in 30 seconds here for the Flim Dogs Racing League. Fueled Up 200 here, presented by the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series, powered by the Flim Dogs Racing League. We are back again. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat, again alongside with me special guest here tonight, Josh Cole, J. Cole, Waste My Plan B.
Let's go.
In the chat. Again, he doesn't have to work tomorrow, so again, he's my special guest. Live with it. It is good. He's good. So again, on your top 10, or in the top 10, you have Tyler Smith and Jonathan Militia, Dylan Morante, Ryan Robertson, Joseph Mealy, Johnny DePasquale, Justin Malarkey, Scott Stockel, Derek Fye, and Evan Drake. Josh, I know we're not halfway in. We're almost there. What is your take on this race so far here tonight?
Momentum. I mean, momentum is key. I've been watching through the field. I've been watching different battles. I mean, it's all about a corner exit here at Pocono. If you can't have the corner exit, you're not going to be able to pass the guy in front of you.
Yep. I can agree with that. It looks like Tyler's going to commit to the inside line.
I will say, you know, just analyzing paint schemes, you know, looking out, you would think we're almost running Miami with all the Miami paint schemes out here. It's like we're at Homestead.
I mean, I can agree with that. I gotta say, like, I like the Heat Wave machine of the 6th of Jackson West always has some hot schemes. But you're right. You got Michael James with the Oasis sim racing machine. Again, the Phoenix, I think that's more Arizona-based, but who knows? I don't know what I'm talking about half the time, but I'm here still getting paid to do it. Tyler Smith going to lead us down here with the 21 as the pace truck gets ready to go down pit road. As we get back to it for the Fuel Cup 200 at Pocono, the 21 of Tyler Smith having control inside of the restart zone.
Green flag.
And we are back at it. Green for the Fuel Cup 200. Almost halfway. Again, Tyler having this race pretty much on lockdown so far without much challenge. This could very well change here down the road, metaphorically speaking. Jonathan Militia, Dylan Morante, Ryan Robertson right there with Johnny DePasquale in 5th. But Smith, again, having an easy time of it so far, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching these restarts, man. They're 3 wide, 3, 4, 5 rows back. It's just crazy.
Again, competition is fierce here, and that's why I like it so much. These guys are very hard pressed to get up there and get up there soon. And Pocono seems to be a good setting for these guys right now.
We have a new leader.
New leader 69, Jonathan Militia out there in the Coors Banquet Beers. Toyota Camry. Riding the high side, letting it roll 3 wide. For just a brief moment, Morante tucking back in, as does Tyler Smith. So the 69, Jonathan Militia leading the field into the tunnel turn. When you have that clean air, I believe it makes such a big difference out there. And it's proving to be that way right now. Tyler Smith running up alongside, trying to gain that momentum for the lead, but not to be. Jonathan Militia going to lead that lap as we are closer and closer to halfway home. Smith taking that lead back on the inside. Morante. Looks like he stutter stepped, ended up on the outside near the wall, going to kiss it just a smidge. Smith back out in front. Right on board with the 45 of Ryan Robertson.
Like Ryan is starting to search for clean air around turn 3 there.
You gotta be. And it looks like Morante gonna make it 3 wide. Robertson picking his pony and trying to give them a little boost for the lead. Militia getting that bump, forcing him up high, but carrying that momentum through one. Morante going to the inside for the lead. Side by side for the lead right now. Ryan Robertson and Tyler Smith enjoying the show. Militia trying to get gone out in front now, decisively for the moment. Morante to the inside. Smith to the inside. Militia trying to get everybody to serpentine, no one biting.
Yeah, but it looks like since he went down low, the draft wasn't able to come out of turn 1, and it looks like he gained a little bit there.
Might have been. Militia trying to get on his horse. Militia, Morante, Robertson, Smith, and Mealy, your top 5. Let's go now to our biggest mover of the night, Fortson Post, and currently running in 10th.
Yeah, Fortson's one of those guys where it doesn't matter where he starts. At the end of the race, he'll be up there fighting for something.
Yeah, you are definitely correct about that. He is good about being consistent. Again, 2-time winner out of the first 3 races. Making a statement here in Flem Dogs. No Robbins in 17th. What happened? Momentum. Pitch strategy. That could be a little bit of it. Just laying back, trying to be there at the end. Could be a little attrition happening. Again, tough car, fast car. No doubt. He should be there at the end. Looking up near the front now, you see the 88 of Matthew Fleming in 13th. Battling Nick Tirana for 12th.
These 2 guys up front are just going back and forth with each other.
It is a battle of the brains here. Big brains at work. Jonathan Militia and Dylan Morante going toe-to-toe right now.
Bitch, pop that ass, come to green.
Both these guys talented in their own right. But Morante sticking with it. Inside line, trying to close the gap. Neurospike Industries speaking Spanish in my chat. Not sure why.
Need a translator. Translator, where are you?
Yeah, right. I need a translator and an adult. What is up, Boat? I sent that 15 minutes ago. Well, I'm sorry, man. What do you want from me? God damn. See that car way in the back, almost dying. Says,
Yeah,
okay,
you
I'm
saw
just
that
hanging
too?
out. Yeah, he almost fucked this shit up. Listening to race while I work on man stuff. Again, Apex Aura. Hopefully I can get that in here before the end of the race. If not, we might have to do it next week. Try to get that a little plug for people I love and support. Get that for you.
Ryan got in the wall a little bit coming out of 1 there and allowed the 21 on his outside.
Smith taking every inch that he can get. That's what she said.
And now here's the Ryan's pitting.
Oh, Ryan Robertson pitting right now.
Possibly
Yeah,
some
that
wheel
on your-
damage off the wall.
Could have been. Would be just his luck.
So the bad thing for Ryan now is if he goes in and, gets everything fixed up and comes back on track without the draft, he's just going to continue falling back.
And that is unfortunate. Riding on board now with the 73 of Justin Malarkey. Started, looks like 19th, currently up to 7th. Cracking the top 10.
.39 to pit also.
Looks like Joseph Mealy, as Josh just mentioned, into pits lane for a little pit stop.
And it's gone.
Again, 40 laps to go, halfway home in this contest. Dylan Morante, again, some would say he got shortchanged last week. Some would say it was just bad luck. But talent doesn't fade. If you've got it, it sticks with you throughout the test of time, especially longer in a race car. Dylan Morante has it. He is out in front, leading this race now. In front of Jonathan Militia, Tyler Smith, Jason Blaney, Johnny DePasquale, your top 5. With Justin Malarkey, Fortson Poston, Nathan Line, Nick Tirana, and Matthew Fleming rounding out your top 10.
I've been watching Poston for about 2-3 laps, and I've noticed he's been running the high side in 1 and 3 where nobody else is running, and it looks like it's working out for him.
You know, that's something I've always thought about. You know, when you're running a line and you notice nobody's running that with you, I always question myself. And I'm thinking 9 times out of 10, I'm the jackass running that wrong line. But for Fortson, I think that's a flip the script type of situation.
Yeah, I mean, certain tracks like Darlington and all that, there's really only one line to really run. But here at Pocono, I mean, I've seen people gain positions on the bottom and the top. It just all depends on where you're comfortable at.
And where you're at in your run. Like, if you've been wasting your tires running the inside line or the outside line, you may want that or the other. It's just dependent on where you're in the run, where your fuel capacity is. Have you been saving? There's a lot of factors that go into this race, especially when you only have one stage, and then you have to factor it out the rest of the way. Are you planning on more cautions? Are you planning on more of a green flag run? Again, that is a strategy that your team or club would have to remember and look into.
Yeah, I'm always on the negative side of that. I always choose wrong.
It's always a guessing game. Again, sometimes you guess right, sometimes you guess wrong.
Another driver on the move, Fleming, up to the top 10 now.
I mean, if you're good at math, that'll work out.
Oh, 23 in the wall going into 1.
No shit. Awesome. I mean, not awesome, but you know what I mean.
Oh, it's a dire emergency. It'll be all right.
Right. It'll be all right.
Nah, it just looks like he bounced off it a little bit. He seems to be running fine.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Amon Green is rating with a party of 17. I am so sorry. But welcome to the broadcast. Again, this is the Fueled Up 200. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Alongside me tonight is Waste My Plan B, a.k.a. Josh Cole. Again, for the Flem Dogs Racing League Wise Owl Wash Cup Series, we are race 4 of 17 here at Pocono. Holy shit, we are getting follows. Looks like we've gotten a lot of love here real quick, and I appreciate that a lot. Superfan, thank you for the follow, and appreciate all the Amon Green ladies and gentlemen for the raid. Again, hopefully you're not disappointed. It's racing, but we've had a lot of action here so far. We are over halfway home. Dylan Morante is your leader. Jonathan Militia has led some laps, as well as Tyler Smith. We are now seeing green flag pit stops as we are talking during this race, which is an amazing thing. If you're new to NASCAR, green flag pit stops are a godsend, isn't that, Josh?
Yeah, I just saw the lap before. There was a group of about 5 cars with Poston in it, and I believe they brought down everybody else. Militia and a couple others are going to stay out for maybe a couple more laps, but I guarantee them coming in, the rest of the field will probably follow along.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at race 4 of 17. Tyler Smith assuming the top spot as the pole sitter here entering tonight's contest. You know, race 4 of 17, things are starting to change. You know, you have the playoffs here towards the end of the schedule. So from here on out, every race counts. track position counts. And it looks like we are seeing green flag stops here between the leader and second place, Tyler Smith and Jonathan Militia. Nick Tirana now inheriting the lead in that 23 Red Bull Toyota Camry. Matthew Fleming right behind him as well as we enter one. Let's run on board with the 88 Flem Dogs. Matthew Fleming.
Well, you remember earlier on that last caution that the leaders stayed out, but the flagship guys ended up coming down, so Fleming might be able to run another 5-6 laps longer than these guys that just pitted.
And with my telemetry and what I have right here, it seems like Nick Tirana, his last time he has pit was lap 24. Last time Matt Fleming has pit, lap 28. Definitely is going to play a factor, especially if Fleming holds that inside line, preventing Tirana from pitting. And I don't know, Josh, if you've ever played that kind of strategy, but that is kind of a prick move to make.
I mean, it is, but it isn't, man, because, you know, that's what makes it. Because sometimes you'll run a strategy where a caution will fall perfectly for you and you could trap a bunch of guys lap down, or,
Right.
you know, you could be on the opposite side of that and you get a lap down, then you end up trying to race for the lucky dog with another 6-7 people that are just as fast as you.
Stop it. Get some help.
And that's
Yeah, you're
exactly
gonna need
what
some
you
help.
need. You need some help in that situation. And Tirana is nearing that point. I know at this point in his run, he's going to have to pit here real quick. Real quick.
Yeah, but Fleming should be pitting, you know, relatively close to him, maybe 2-3 laps later. But, yeah, I mean, but like I was saying earlier, I mean, you don't want to be the guy that's by himself. Like Tirana, with him being out front with Fleming behind him, Fleming stays out. Tirana's not going to have really anybody to work with coming off pit road.
Right. Right, and that's the thing. I think if you're a new driver or somebody that is just getting into iRacing, when you pit under green flag conditions, you want to pit with other people. You pit by yourself, you are a lone wolf. You are on a Darrell Rivas island. You are not going to get off of that island without help, without a little bit of draft. Pocono is so important. I would say at Bristol, you could probably make up that time because of the short track and the cautions and all of that opportunity you have. But here at Pocono, once you go a lap down, you're pretty much toast.
Yeah, any track that involves tire wear, I mean, if you get stuck out there like a sore thumb, your race, you're going to be struggling to get back up there.
Right. Looking back up towards the front, great segue, Josh. Thank you for that. Nick Tirana still leading. You have Matthew Fleming, Evan Drake, William Robbins, and Michael James in your top 5, with Michael Lanfear, Austin Walton, Robert Hissong, Jason Blamille, and the nasty man, Jackson West, rounding out your top 10. Jackson West having a lot of different nicknames for him, but a guy who has kept his car clean here tonight at Pocono, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at the guys that have pitted, I mean, Militia and the 36, I mean, they've already completed their stop, and they're coming up on Ryan right now, and Ryan had that unscheduled stop, so he's fighting to just stay on the lead lap at this point.
Right, life support for the 45 is a real thing right now as he is being passed. Matthew Fleming now taking lead as Nick Tirana enters pit lane. Love the dad joke here from Superfan Josh. Don't know if you've seen it. It says dad joke time. Matthew McConaughey might not make the best NASCAR driver, but his cars go all right. I love that. That is awesome, and we're going to pin it. That is dope. I love that. It's great. Yeah. It's what we need here on this show.
I don't know if I want a car that goes right, because, I mean, most of the trucks we run go left.
For the joke's sake, we're going to go with it, but I understand the logistics and the reality of what that may entail. But again, I love that. It's right on board with the 17 of Austin Walton in that Mountain Dew machine, turning, looks like right now, a 6th place finish. Start at 21st as we are entering 52 of 80 laps in. Again, less than 38 laps to go. 28 laps to go. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But Walton proving he is a top 10 contender weekly with that car, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody has their own tracks that they're good at. I mean, I'm a weird one. I'm really good at Homestead and Darlington, and usually those are the two tracks that people hate driving.
Yeah,
But
I mean, but that's good. If
I
you
mean,
like it,
everybody has
nobody
their
else does. That's
specialties.
good.
I mean, the guys that I mean, I praise the guys that can run the next gens at road courses. I mean, I have yet to figure that one out.
Yeah, I mean, those are I mean, I'm not fast. I can get the car around the track in a stock car, but I've noticed with an Indy car, it's way more fun. And I'm just being
Oh
real
yeah.
on that. Way more fun in any sense of the word. These cars are Gen 7s or what I should say, the current gen car can be incredibly difficult to drive on a road course, especially if you're not used to how that car acts and feels when you're braking in those certain points on the track. Looking on the track currently is Matthew Fleming, your leader, Evan Drake, William Robbins, Michael Lanfear, Austin Walton, your top 5. We have out there in the viewer chat, what's your favorite paint scheme, Bo? Let's see. So I have, some of these guys have run them a couple weeks. Thomas Meeks, that 55 is an attractive red, white, and blue Wheels America 55. But I've seen a lot, so it's no longer my favorite. I used to love that car. You see the 48 here of Juan Linares in that Lowe's red, white, and blue. You got the stars and stripes Chevrolet. Again, I like that car. Not right there with that. So if I had to pick a favorite, if I had to pick something that I loved with the capital L, man, you're driving me to the end, my friend. Where is he? This is the guy right here, Paul Shaw. Now you're going to say horseboat. Why the hell would you pick this guy? Now, if you grew up in the 90s like I did, and I know some of my demographic has, that reminds you of a certain cup that you used to take and fill with water every day at school. And if you haven't, maybe you just had a different cup. But that coloration, that style, Paul Shaw gets my trophy for tonight.
Yeah, his car reminds me of, when you used to play what was it? Chase for the Cup, and you used to do the test runs, and some of the cars would be like matte black like
Yes!
that. That's what it reminds me of.
I do remind
Sit
you.
there and
that
run
does
the
remind
UPS
me of
truck
that.
around the track.
Neurospike 40 bits, dude, you don't have to do that. I appreciate you coming out and just watching the fucking stream. Thank you for being a part of it and giving a little bit of your time. I know it's the most important thing. It really is, if you think about it. Right on board with Austin Walton moving up into fourth. Josh, didn't mean to interrupt you. What do you have to say?
I mean, out of all the guys that have pitted, I mean, it seems like the guys that pitted earlier are actually moving a lot faster through the traffic than the guys that pitted later.
Oh, we have Fleming, Robbins, Lanfear, Walton, his song pitting right now. Meek says, I'm a part of that team, but I don't give a shit. I'm taking the lead.
Meeks is doing
Good
his
for
own
him.
thing, but see what's gonna suck with him is he has nobody out there to help him drag him through the straightaways.
Right.
So the longer he
corners,
stays
he'll
out
be
there,
fine. The straightaways, he's going to suffer.
yeah.
Again, maybe he didn't get the memo. Maybe he didn't get it faxed over or the email in time. But currently, he is the odd man out when it comes to flagship motorsports pitting.
I'm just curious of where Fleming's gonna come out of pit road with the guys that have already pitted.
Yeah.
Because he's now coming out of 3, and the guys that have already pitted are going into, it looks like the tunnel turn right
And
now.
it looks like Meeks did not get the memo, so he's pitting right now. Cody Keller did not get the memo either, and he's going to go around one more time, and he might pit. Now, guys, if you like what you see, not obligated, scan that QR code. Donate to the Horse Boat and Friends stream. Again, all of the money goes back into whatever we're doing. So if it's a current game that we're rocking with or a certain thing that I need for the stream, it goes towards that. If I don't need anything, that goes to the Horse Boat and Friends IndyCar series that I'm running every Saturday night. bi-weekly, I should say, every other Saturday night. So again, if you enjoy this content, enjoy what I'm bringing you, don't subscribe to some dumb shit that you have to pay a monthly fee for. I see nothing from that. Scan that QR code and Venmo your boy Horseboat. And it looks like Cody Keller did not get the memo, Josh, and is pitting this lap. Keep that up there for just one more moment, but it looks like Jason Blaney, if he does not pit, is going to get some TV time and the lead. But unfortunately for him, behind him is going to be the 21 of Tyler Smith, who is our pole sitter and one of the strongest cars out here tonight. Colin says, how many laps until a pit is usually needed? I have counted 24 to 26. Maybe you can stretch it a little bit more. Maybe I'm lying to you. I don't know. I thought it was going to be about 15 to 20 laps depending on the fuel, which may be still true. Again, you can gauge that from here. Hopefully.
What I was wondering is the 36 pitted earlier with Militia, right?
Right.
He just came back down on 56, which means that he pitted to get more fuel to make it to the end early.
So he short pitted to try to make it to the end without a new tire set.
Yes, but the only problem is he has no help.
And that's awkward. Why would you not, collaborate with somebody else? But again, that's why I'm in the booth. I don't make that kind of decisions to be out there on the track. That's why I'm talking shit about it. And up here in the broadcast booth with Josh.
I mean, you can win, you could lose in that situation. I mean, sometimes you short pit, and if you catch a lap or a car that's further along back, and you can draft with them, or who knows? I mean, the leaders could get in a battle, and you could just make up lap times behind them. But usually at Pocono, that's not the case. The straightaways, having draft is what's going to get you around.
Yep, and you're right about that. Blaney still out in front now. Colin says, I thought that's where I was counting them at. Just wanted to confirm. Again, Colin, appreciate you trying to do math as we go through this race. Hopefully it'll work out for you, for your favorite driver. But right now, it looks like Jason Blaney and then fourth and post and trying to make it happen here in the 12 car. Again, winning 2 of the last 3 races. Controversially last week, but leading Jonathan Militia and Johnny DePasquale and Nick Tirana rounding out your top 5 with Jason Blaney, your leader. Again, Blaney smacking that wall out of the tunnel turn, which unfortunately is going to release the hounds on the 12 and 69 to pursue them.
Yeah, I've been watching Poston. He's been running down Militia for 3-4 laps, and he finally got by. So keep an eye on that 12. I mean, he's got a real fast car today.
Speaking of 12, he is going to take over the lead currently with Jonathan Militia in tow. 20 laps to go. Colin says, I was trying to track when Ryan said needed a pit. He's still finishing top 10. I don't know what you're smoking, but he's currently back at 29th.
Yeah, Ryan had a slap on the wall earlier on, and that's what's got him back there.
A little slap and tickle.
I'll tell you this, who's quietly coming into the scene is this one car, Johnny, man. He's keeping up with Fortson and Militia, and he's just been quietly up there.
How would you pronounce that name, Josh? Would you pronounce it DePasquale? DePasquale? What are we talking here?
I mean, I feel like DePasquale would probably be correct, but I'm probably wrong.
At least in that perception of the name. You're trying to capture all of the consonants, right? You're trying to be or I shouldn't say the what am I trying to say here? Not the.
It's like every other letter is a vowel.
Whatever, DePasquale. You're trying to catch the synonym or whatever it is. Don't come for me, English class. I'm not trying to do that. Just trying to get his name right, but he is currently moved up into third, past Nick Tirana, challenging Jonathan Militia for second right now. But that one car is super fast and says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna pit right now since I'm talking about him."
Yeah, so here's where the decision gets made. Do you want 4 tires to gain a little ground and have a longer pit stop, or you just come down for gas only and then risk the tires on a long run?
What do you do for 2? Is that the same equivalent as getting gas?
Yeah, so probably as many laps that they've run, he could probably take a half tank and 2 tires, and it would be just as long as him taking 2 tires.
Dylan Morante, somebody asked what the hell happened to Dylan. Dylan currently running in 24th, but is pit at last lap 55. So you see the guys here up front. Fortson Poston, pit last, looks like 44. Jonathan Militia, pit last 46. Nick Toronto, lap 50. Nathan Line, 45.
Yeah, so Dylan's already made his last pit stop. He came down for gas early on as soon as
Yep.
the pit window came open to make it to the end. So I'm kind of wondering where he's going to file out once everybody's taking these pit stops.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder or question what's happening up here in front, because if you pit last like 44 to 48, you are on the outside looking in as far as fuel strategy.
Correct.
So you're hoping, Josh, I'm just trying to get you from a driver's perspective. If you didn't pit until you're pretty much the last 2 to pit, besides like a handful of drivers out there right now in the 40s, are you hoping for a caution here?
I mean, if I was probably 8th on back and I knew I had a fast car to win, I would probably be begging on a caution. But at this moment, I mean, with me, how I do with fuel strategies, I always try to go an extra 2-3 laps past the fuel window, just in case there is a green-white checkered at the end.
Okay, I can respect that too.
I mean, it just, like I said, it just all depends on, 1, where your position is, and 2, if you have somebody working with you.
Yeah, and that is definitely true as well. Fortson Poston, Jonathan Militia, Nathan Line, Nick Toronto, William Robbins, your top 10, or top 5, with Matthew Fleming, Michael Lanfear, Austin Walton, Michael LeBron James, and Robert Hissaw rounding out your top 10. And for the final time this evening, we're going to give you one more loose and loud. 2 laps of awesome, excellent action coming at you. Getting fueled up 200. We are cruising along. 13 laps to go. You have Fortson Poston out in front, yet to pit. You have Jonathan Militia, Matthew Fleming, William Robbins, Michael Lamphere, Austin Walton, Robert Hassan, Thomas Meeks the third, Jason Blamille, and Ira Kohlhaas rounding out your top 10. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. I have Josh Cole, a.k.a. Waste My Plan B in the booth.
What?
Also, a driver going to be in the ISRL. What is it? Season 2 for
season
I think
2.5.
2.5, whatever you want.
2.5.
You got Fortson pitting again. We had that summer series. I'm gonna say season 2. Next week you guys are gonna be mirroring that league. Josh, do you have any thoughts, or I don't know if you want to convey your excitement? Just bringing back season 2. It was fucking great first season.
Man, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, got a caution. Break away.
Josh, you can shut the hell up. We have a yellow flag. Not sure what's going on. Fortson Poston looks like getting trapped. Jason Blaney
it's 22.
making some action. Let's see what happened here as we back that ass up for the Wise Owl Watch Cup Series instant replay. Pay attention to that 22. Chromed out machine getting thrown into the wall by Joseph Mealy. Oh, man. That guy built a beaver dam, and that was amazing. 39-22 getting collected just as we are starting to end green flag pit stops. Play that back again. Again, Mealy trying to make a move to the outside with his momentum and collecting Blaney in the aftermath. Again, that didn't look, malicious. He was just trying to make a move. 22 was right there, and bada bing, bada boom. You've got action and a caution.
Yeah, it looked like the 22 was trying to block the 39 going into 3 there, and the 39 hit him with the crossover, and it was just not prepared for it.
Yeah, he was not prepared for it in the least. Superfan says that's the wrong way to slide into DMs. You're damn right.
Don't be rude.
You are right about that. You really don't want to do that. Again, and sometimes, Josh, I know you can kind of relate to this. Some people, when you're driving, you try to give them the courtesy of coming out the corner like, okay, we've got like X amount of laps to go. This guy has got momentum. I'm just going to let him come up. But sometimes they cross your nose. And sometimes you can't anticipate for that because they are trying to go a little too hard, too fast, too soon, and you're just trying to run your line.
Yeah, man, these guys, especially with wrecks at like Charlotte and the bigger tracks like the super speedways, I mean, you might have a whole 5 seconds of smoke just to try to figure out where you want to go.
Yep. And
if you choose wrong, it's just over with. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right. And that's the bottom line. Like, as a driver, if you're racing on iRacing in general, the worst thing you could do is try to clear yourself in front of somebody when you are not clear. And realistically speaking, you have to be conscious of your car, self-awareness, where your car fits. And that just comes with experience and time.
Yes. See, now,
and it looks
this
like
situation
Fleming just beat Militia off of pit road.
The situation that we're in now, pit road or pit stops are pretty much out the window. Strategy out the window. It's gas and go now. With Pocono, what I've learned, it is you being Poston. He has the new tires, and he should be fast. But there's so many people in front of you. I just don't think that there's enough time to catch the guy up front.
And that is the controversy that is Pocono right now as we get down to the nitty-gritty. And guess who is up in front? As we are nearing the end, you see that Mountain Dew of Austin Walton, but better yet, that 36 of Dylan Morante. Again, Dylan Morante, knock on wood, last week got gently pushed out of the way from Fortson Poston for the victory, but he is on the verge of this one. Josh, do you think he gets over the hump here tonight?
I think out of your top 5 there, the 36 and the 39 are the 2 to watch on this restart. If they can get a good gap out there and it stays green, I believe those 2 will be the 2 that are fighting for the win here.
You heard it first. Josh Cole calling it what it is. Likes the 36 and 39 on his restart as we are getting set for the final, what I hope would be the final caution of this race. Getting fueled up 200 here for the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series. And before we get back to it, next week, you're looking at August 31st, 100 laps at Michigan.
Oh, that'll be a fun one.
Week. It is going to be hot. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be the dog days of summer. Same time, same channel right here on the Horseboat Network here on YouTube and Twitch. Again, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, thank you so much. If you haven't followed, please give that support. I would appreciate that. If not, I don't give a shit. Whatever. I appreciate you being a part of it and joining this conversation here tonight. Our top 10 as we lead into this next restart is Austin Walton, Dylan Morante, Justin Malarkey, Joseph Mealy, Johnny DePasquale, Nick Tarana, Wesley Jeanette, Nathan Line, Jason Blaney, and Scott Stockel to round out our top 10. Again, this is race 4 of 17 here for the Flem Dogs Wise Owl Wash Cup Series powered by the Flem Dogs Racing League.
Yeah, so right now you're half and half on the field. Half the field pitted, half the field didn't. So expect some stack ups here on this restart.
I would imagine there's going to be drama till the bitter end.
If I was a 39, I'd be right on the back bumper to that 36 and try to get the push off the start so the 17 can't pull away.
Walton again leading us down as the pace truck enters pit road. 17 leading us off, and we are green, green, green for the fueled up 200. Looks like my SDK died or needs to be refreshed. Of course it does. Of course it does. Oh, we've got action behind us.
Oh, big wreck, big wreck.
Big wreck.
Looks like the 29, 21, and 7 got the best or the biggest damage out of all that.
Damn.
29's front left isn't even spinning.
That is crazy. Again, having a little trouble here late with my SDK. Not sure why. That's a first.
21's in the same boat. Left front not spinning.
Wow.
They must be in the horse boat.
They must be.
Let's back that up and see what we can see here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there with you here. Just give me just a moment.
No, you're good.
Yeah, for some reason, my SDK decided it doesn't want to work anymore.
Did your stream stop?
No, everything is good on that end. It's just SDK is not cooperating, and I'm not sure why. So first here,
No.
we'll get
I would
through it.
definitely take Poston's POV through the front.
So we do have a little bit of time here to work through it here. I'm going to take a moment and do that. Again, I do apologize for that.
I
Technology
think Poston
is
had
amazing.
a code brown.
I'd believe it. I I have a belief that SDK might have went down here. Because nothing is working for what I'm trying to do. Looks like Tyler Smith jumped to the pits. Hopefully he can work that through. It's working for the most part. It just won't give me the telemetry, and I'm not sure why that is.
Might be iRacing.
It could be iRacing. It could be a factor of things.
Yeah, I loaded into the race. It said I had packet loss, and then about 2 minutes later, it was gone.
Yep. So it could be a connection thing. I do apologize about that, but I can give you the play-by-play as we move along. There we go. We've got it. Oh, maybe I lost it. I'm not sure. I had it, and I lost it. Aha! I got it, Josh. We are good.
All right.
Hell yeah. There we go. Nothing like a panic click fest to get it back active.
Better than clickbait.
That is true. Austin Walton going to be on the front row for this. Justin Malarkey, Joseph Mealy, Dylan Morante, Nick Tarane, Johnny De Pasquale, Nathan Line, Wesley Jeanette, Jason Blaney, and Scott Stockel rounding out your top 10. Again, they're going to go around at least one more time. I apologize. We did not get you the replay for that as we experienced some technical difficulties. But we are going to indeed get you the conclusion of this race. We are going to go double file. 5 laps to go when we cross the start-finish line. Again, it'll be 4 laps to go. Hopefully we won't need a green-white checkers, but I have a feeling it might come down to it.
Yeah, so the good thing about the fast repair and bad thing about the fast repair. The 21 has already used his, so now he's sitting on pit road with a damaged car. The 29 has been clean pretty much the whole race, so he had a fast repair and was able to get back in the...
And that is the disparity with the fast repair. Austin Walton, Justin Malarkey, Joseph Mealy, Dylan Morante, Nick Tarana, Johnny De Pasquale, Nathan Line, Wesley Jeanette, Jason Blaney, and Scott Stockel. Again, your top 10. As we get back to this restart and get on with hopefully the conclusion of this race here at Pocono again next week. We're going to be at Michigan for 100 laps. Getting real hot and heavy on the regular on that one.
Yeah, expect cars pretty much everywhere throughout the corners.
Yeah, Michigan's gonna be a magical event, but Pocono, like you mentioned here, these guys are gonna go 4 or 5 wide with how wide this racetrack is. I would expect at least one more caution before we end it. But if I'm wrong, I hope I am.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Who knows what could happen here on the back end? Pace truck needing less fuel this week. Good for him.
Looking
What do you
at
got,
a
Josh?
sleeper over there with the one car. he just always is up there, just quiet as can be, just doing his own thing.
Yep, Johnny De Pasquale, the guy who we've mentioned before, but then has fallen off, is right here tonight. 4 laps to go here for the fueled up 200. Everybody laying it out on the line right now. If you're on the lead lap, you are going for it.
That 39
Joseph
got another
Mealy.
good restart.
Yeah, he is on the inside of Wesley Jeanette, or Malarkey, excuse me. Those cars are a little bit alike. Apologies for that. But Austin Walton having a comfortable lead coming out of 3 and onto the front stretch. with 3 laps to go. Oh, John of the Militia, Cody Keller, Jason Blaney.
How was your car?
Making sweet love by the fire. We're going to back that ass up and see what we can see on the Wines I'll Watch Cup Series instant replay. Looks like Militia, Blaney, and Cody Keller in a menage a trois of pain. Very sexual, very erotic.
Don't be rude.
I'm not.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, me too. Okay, play it back. And you know who's lucky as hell to get through this, Josh, is Matthew Fleming. Matthew
Yeah,
Fleming.
the 22 would have got hooked there. He was done for.
He was going to chain reaction like the human centipede. But
Yeah, I mean,
for whatever
Militia's just
reason, it was delayed.
Stuck.
The iRacing gods said, we are going to spare Matthew Fleming. Look
Man,
at
I
this.
don't- I
As
don't-
we set up this screen here, ladies and gentlemen, you have the 88, which you think right here in this whole mix is going to get caught up in the 22 because he's in perfect position to tag that right rear corner panel. Play it back again. Josh, what are your thoughts?
I don't think they knew that they were 3 wide. I mean, you know, in that instance, even your spotter doesn't tell you because it's so close. And you know, the 2 and the 2 cars all the way on the outside, so you can't see the 22 that well. So he thought probably that Militia was going to be clear on the outside, and it just no room.
And it is like, I don't think either of these guys wanted that to happen. You know what I mean? It's not malicious in any right. It's just they connected at the perfect time. Let's see, like these 3 connected almost at the same time. Yep, at the same time. Blaney, his credit to his credit, kept it together as long as he could. As long as he could before that got too out of control and collected Matthew Fleming with that. But I think he collected somebody else. And I think, unfortunately, that's going to be the it looks like nobody. Okay, cool. I'm blowing steam out my ass. But that's good. These 3 were able to connect. Looks like maybe a couple of them are going to be able to get out.
Yeah,
But Josh,
Militia's. I think he's done for. I think that's his second wreck that he's gonna need a fast repair for.
you know, and I love John Militia for that. He's a guy who wears his heart on his sleeve. Very cool guy. Probably will do anything for you as if you're friends with him. Drives his car incredibly well, incredibly hard. Sometimes to his detriment, 9 times out of 10 to his detriment. He's a guy which I pray and hope that he can put a race together and finish strong because he has that kind of talent. I just have yet to see that. And you know, from the booth, it's not a thing of disrespect. The guy has great talent. You know, you see him every week. You see him as in practice. You're like, wow, that guy's got a fast car, top 5 car, maybe top 2, not 2. But for some reason, some way, somehow, either he does it to himself or he gets caught in some shit. And before you know it, he's not in the race anymore. So, you know, I hope for the 69, he can piece the puzzle together, get that Bob Ross perfect scenario, the perfect scene, the perfect painting, and try to drive that car into victory lane because it'd be super cool to see that 69 up in front. But let's talk about the 17 of Austin Walton, Josh. Near the front most of the night, but near the end of this race, really being the cream, rising to the top. What are your thoughts about the 17 car?
Yeah, he made the great decision staying out on 2 cautions ago, just staying out when everybody else hit pit road, and it's working out for him. Like I was saying, I mean, new tires are good, but when you got the past 10, 15 guys, I mean, it's hard to do it in such a short amount of time, and these cautions are definitely not helping out those guys in the back.
Yeah, and I can attest to that. That is, I would imagine, probably a little bit of a challenge for these guys tonight, these late cautions, and, you know, maybe holding up their strategy to the bitter end. But for these guys, they've been holding out. And as we get into it tonight, you're going to see, hopefully here for this green-white checker, all they need to do is once they get to this start-finish line, make it back around for one more time, and it's anybody's ball game after that. So here at Pocono, getting ready to get to the end of the Fueled Up 200. And here's your top 10 as it stands. You have Austin Walton, you have Justin Malarkey. In row 2, you have Dylan Morante and Johnny DePasquale. In row 3, you have the 74 of Wesley Jeanette and the 39 of Joseph Mealy. In row 4, you have the 23 of Nick Tyrannosaurus Rex and the 38, if I can speak a number, Nathan Line. And rounding out our top 10, the 88 of Matthew Fleming and the 10 of Scott Stockel in no particular order. Again, Josh, great to have you on the call tonight. I appreciate that immensely. Good knowledge base on a driver side of things, and again, pleasure to have you, man. Good friend as always, but a great, awesome commentator when we're in the booth.
Oh yeah, appreciate you having me tonight. I mean, I'm glad that my schedule worked out to where I could hang out with you and commentate during this race. I mean, it's definitely been interesting. Usually Pocono, I mean, when you get to those leagues that, I'm not going to say they're clean leagues, but, when you got a league where it spreads out real quickly, Pocono could be just a drag fest.
Yeah.
And these guys are definitely keeping it interesting.
Yeah, and that's the one thing you enjoy about Flem Dogs Racing League. These guys are good. And I think they've done a great job here tonight, considering everything else. Fueled Up 200 back to green action here to end it for the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series. All they need to do is make it around one more time. But, as to piggyback off of Josh was saying there, these guys keep it interesting, but they have been really good action here all night long. I can't articulate it any better than that. Austin Walton going to lead us down 1 and 2. Justin Malarkey trying to stay with it. Dylan Morante trying to make it. And looks like Kerwin Marshall and somebody else has made it. Something amazing. Jason Blaney, I'm assuming, is involved. As I see it on my telemetry, let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series instant replay. It looks like the 22. Let's take a look at that. And the 7 tracker boats right here. Let's tee it up.
What is wrong with you? You've been meatballed.
Looks like the 22 just lost it coming out of 1.
Yeah, and I guess... Oh! And Kerwin Marshall just like, fuck it. I'm following you. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of 1, your foot's in the gas about halfway through the turn. I mean, you're committed to running that line, and like I was saying earlier, I mean, you got 2 seconds to react, and at that point, you just keep your foot to the floor and call it a day. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Like you see, when we enter the shot, when we enter the replay, the 7 doesn't even register in my mind. Like, this guy's gonna be part of the accident. But then you see the 22, you see him getting closer and closer to that high side, snap left just a smidge, and then back to the right, and then Kerwin Marshall saying, hold my beer, I've got the ram job. And coming in and finishing him off from the back end. But it looks like these guys, Kerwin taking a brunt of that hit. Yeah. Blaney, again, the primary agitator of that incident, Kerwin Marshall, not doing anybody else any favor. But again, when you go through 1, you choose that line, you don't expect that guy to do that. So, Kerwin, you're off the hook. Blaney, the fuck, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long race for the 22. I mean,
no shit.
He's struggling tonight, and I mean, it shows. I mean, Pocono's not an easy track. I mean, it shows that you see how far the field was spread out earlier. I mean, it's all different levels of racing, and it just all depends on hitting the marks.
Right. Justin Malarkey, Austin Walton, Dylan Morante, Johnny DePasquale, Joseph Mealy, Wesley Jeanette, Nathan Line, Nick Tarana, Matthew Fleming, and William Robbins rounding out our top 10, hopefully for one more restart. Again, big shout out to William Robbins coming back after being away for some time. Much love to the Robbins family. I love those people. Those guys and gals in that family. Just a great family. It's cool to see what they do and how they progress. Oh, you are welcome. No problem, Liz. Anytime.
Question is, can the 17 get back to the lead on this restart here?
You know, and that's what I was starting to think about here, getting into the restart as I was shouting out some love there. Malarkey, this is it. Like, this is what he wants, right? Like, this is where you want to be. Now you control the restart. You don't have to cater to the 17. You can go and do. You have control here in the restart, and you hope, for his sake, takes advantage of. Oh, looks like we might. Hopefully Morante is not a problem. Looks like maybe there's some smoke coming out of that 36. Can you confirm that?
He did pit. Remember, he pitted exactly on the fuel limit. He might be running out.
He's smoking.
That might just be the dust debris coming off. No, he's back up. He's good to go.
Okay, he got me a little concerned.
Yeah, I know in the last update that they made the I guess the infield dirt kind of kick up a little bit more.
Okay. I was concerned for him because it's like, man, if he's smoking, what kind of issue is he experiencing? This is not real life. It's not like, oh man, we've got like a radiator about to blow, or like the water pump is starting to go off. Like,
I'll stop racing if that was the case. I'd be done.
Like, what? Oh, you're having a suspension issue. Like, what the shit? Was that planned? Like,
your transmission just went out. Sorry.
Right. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you broke the
you've
toe
been
link just driving.
I know you were leading 99% of the race, but transmission failure. That's okay.
Right. Who wants that? Let's tee it up again. You got Justin Malarkey, Austin Walton, John A.D. Pasquale, Dylan Morante, Wesley Jeanette, Joseph Mealy, Nick Tirana, Nathan Line, Fortson Poston, and Matthew Fleming. Rounding out your top 10 again. After this, we're going to have a short post-race show with our podium finishers. Hopefully stick around with that. Again, Robbins Wild family, we do. Here at the Horseboat channel, we love you guys. You guys are great. Always genuine and kind, and we appreciate that. Again, over on Twitch, we appreciate the new follow with Superfan and everybody hanging out here tonight as we finish out this race. If you haven't followed me or know who I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. This is what I do. I broadcast racing. I broadcast hell let loose sometime, especially if I'm inebriated. I am shouting things I would probably not repeat in public. But I do it here on stream. I enjoy it, and I'm hanging out with my friends. Be sure to watch out for some of those videos or anything that I drop. But we are getting ready for green flag action. Again, Justin Malarkey in that 73 on the outside, leading us down that powered
Green flag.
body armor. Almost ruined that. Leading us down.
Did the 73
They
go
get
early
back.
there?
It looks like, yeah, maybe a little bit.
Or no, he was the leader going to the
39
line. He chose the outside.
Yes, he did. So 39 is feasting right now.
Don't count out my dark horse now. Look at the one.
Oh, whoa! Right hook.
Oh, no.
Malarkey, and we have a parking
Save your stuff,
lot.
save a little fuel.
Oh my goodness. And guess who just barely squeezed by another one?
Matthew Fleming.
Matthew Fleming.
Matthew Fleming. Good Lord. All right, I guess we get to back that ass up and watch this fun stuff happen.
Oh my goodness. Fortson got caught up in it. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people caught up in that one.
Lord. Oh,
They got a
dear
Hocevar
Lord.
out there, man. You got to be
Got a
careful.
Hocevar. Okay, Austin. I'm gonna look at Austin Walton because I think he was just a part of that in the beginning. Dylan Morante, I think him and the 17 got connected, kind of started this whole thing. Right hook 74 of looks like Wesley Jeanette, and that's when all hell broke loose. You got Juan Linares, Michael LeBron James, got Blaney, B, Marshall,
Oh.
Smith, West.
And bad comeback race for Robbins there. He was doing so good, but got caught up with that just at the end.
And that is disappointing. You see him smash Tirana in there, Poston, Jackson West, Landfear, Juan Linares. Never a good situation. Do it one more time so y'all can see it.
I mean, Ryan almost got airborne. He got lifted.
Do you need me out there? You need my assistance.
There's a lot of tore up race cars.
Oh, hey, fuck you.
And that's what probably a lot of these guys are feeling. Ryan Robertson, that 45. It just seems like crashes follow that car. I don't know. And it wasn't anything that he had to do with, but there is a collection, and I'm sure there is going to be incident submissions for this. There may be some people going, look, oh, I don't know about that. That's not cool. Well, I get it's racing, man. Like, this is Pocono. This is the last 2 laps of the race, and Morante and Walton just touched. Let's ride on
I'm
board
over
with
here
Morante.
listening to chat. Chat's
Yeah, I know
blowing
you
up.
can hear the
Oh
chat.
my goodness.
We can't, and that is good for a good reason and for a good measure, folks.
Yeah,
you don't want
you probably
that.
don't want to hear what they're talking about right now.
Flashback historically, 5 years ago, I had the chat in here, and man, did I just not speak, and then just shit hit the fan. Let's ride on board with the 36 of Morante. Just touched him ever so gently and then threw him into the wall. Not on purpose, but very consequential to the situation.
So the thing that has helped out here is Fleming is probably on the newest tires, and now he is in the top 5. Does he have enough momentum to get through this to where he can get up front?
Yeah, I mean, Fleming has avoided tragedy miraculously all evening long, avoiding these last 2 wrecks, which he clearly could have partaken in. Fleming finding a way around it has been kind of amazing in and of itself.
You're not a doctor. You're a big, fat, curly-headed fuck.
Man,
I don't think
I'm
he
gonna
is.
I'm gonna
I
go
don't
out on
think
a
he
limb,
is.
Tom.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the one gets a win today. I think the one gets the win.
Johnny Di Pasquale, and hopefully if he does win, we can get kind of clarity on like, hey man, what the hell is your name?
Every restart and caution, he has at least gained 1 spot, and now he's sitting 3rd
It
or
is
2nd
a battle of
actually.
attrition in racing sometimes, Josh. I mean, with some tracks, like, like you may not be that good at, but if you're able to kind of hang around and kind of stay around, that's part of the race. Am I wrong on that?
Oh no, you're completely right. Like, especially super speedways. I mean, you know me. Like, I will literally be on the last car on the tail end of the front pack, just so when hell breaks loose, I am missing it. And especially tracks, even like Michigan, like next week. I mean, you literally just want to be right there at the end of the draft, so that way you don't fall behind if it does go green. But if it does go green and it gets separated, you have one, you've conserved your tires to where you can race with the guys in front of you because you just hung back. And also, 2, if it gets spread out, you actually have a chance to get up there and pass everybody while they're suffering on tire wear.
Right. Great insights from Josh Colgan, a.k.a. Waste My Plan B. He is a guy you will see next week, September 1st at Echo Park.
43,
The
whoop,
ISRL,
whoop.
43. You'll see him in the field. Again, Josh, great to have you along. Justin Malarkey in the 73 having control in the restart zone. Johnny Di Pasquale inside. Wait a minute. We're going to move on. Row 2, you have the 39 of Joseph Mealy and the 36 of Dylan Morante. Row 3, the 88 of Matthew Fleming and the 38 of Nathan Line. Row 4, you have the 10 of Scott Stockel and the 55 of Thomas Meeks III. And rounding out our top 10, the 97 of Evan Drake and the 25 Paper Cup of Paul Shaw.
Be shocked here if Fleming takes it 3 wide going into 1 here.
And Amon, thank you for joining. He says, have a great stream. Catch you later. Appreciate you tuning in and hanging out as we get set for green flag action for the Fueled Up 200. Hopefully the conclusion here of this race. Looks like Malarkey having a good start. Morante following him down to the inside line. Again, folks, all we need to do is make it back around one more time to that white flag, and it's on. Following this backpack, William Robbins making a move. He got bumping and banging back of the pack, but we are okay right now.
Yeah, looks like Fleming got held up in traffic. I don't think he's going to be able to get up there in time.
Malarkey leading it down into turn 3, trying to get to that white flag.
One's just got to get up there under his bumper.
He's going to take it. 1 lap to go for the Fueled Up 200.
See, going into 1 here, the 1 needs to run high so that way he can get the run coming off of 1.
Pasquale following Malarkey down low into 1, getting a little loose. That's going to hurt. Mealy right there. Fleming right there. Line right there. Malarkey in the tunnel turn. Seems to be comfortable. Coming out of turn 3.
Oh, the 1 sent it in there.
1 sent it in, couldn't get it done. Your winner of the Fueled Up 200 is going to be Justin Malarkey.
Oh my God, the race for second was so close. Oh, we got a big wreck behind him.
We have a huge wreck at the end.
Great drive by the 73 there to hold off the 1 and the 39 there on the last lap.
Again, to the left side of your screen is the unofficial results. You're looking at Justin Malarkey, Joseph Mealy, Johnny DePasquale, Matthew Fleming, Nathan Line, Thomas Meeks III, Scott Stockel, Cody Keller, William Robbins, and Jonathan Militia rounding out your top 10. Wow. Malarkey's going to burn it down. Hopefully we get some interviews. We'll be back in just a moment to finish off the post-race show. All right, it looks like here for the Fueled Up 200, your winner, Justin Malarkey, is with us as well as the third place finisher, Johnny DePasquale. Let's bring in Johnny. Johnny, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Johnny, now I got to ask you, how the hell do you say your last name?
It's DePasquale.
Yes, DePasquale.
You had it right. You had it right. Yep,
Hell
right
yeah.
away, right off the bat, I was very impressed. Trust me, I have heard 1,000 different renditions, and y'all killed it right away.
What's the
You're
worst
Italian,
one you've heard?
right? You're Italian.
I gotta hear
I'm
it.
Italian, yeah.
See,
Everybody
I'm Italian
puts the
as well.
S. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody puts the S before the P. They're all like dispa, dispascat, dispa. It's like read. It's DIP.
DePasquale, your third place finisher. Johnny, you had a great car all night. My boy Josh here was calling you out towards the end. saying you had a really great car. Finishing third, how do you feel about your night here with the Fueled Up 200?
Oh man, feel awesome. Pocono is always a track that for some reason every time I come here I seem to run well, and I wasn't really sure how that fuel strategy, situation was going to work out. I mean, I was in 28th for a while and then 21st, and then I wasn't sure who had pit in front and who hadn't pit, and yeah, then all of a sudden it seemed like the cautions kind of fell right, and then I saw the guys that got tires were coming, and we talked about maybe coming to get tires, but it was really, really hard to pass. After about 3 to 4 laps after a restart, it was really, really hard to pass. So you had to make the restarts count, had to get a good launch, and you had to pass them when you could. But yeah, awesome to run up front. I've had a really, really rough start to the league. Seems like I've been spinning out more than I've been forward. So yeah, it was nice to have a good run.
Well, again, you started 7th. You had a really good car here coming into this race, finishing third. I know it's not a win, but a podium is good. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out you guys. Your broadcasts are amazing. They're so much fun to watch. The back that the back that ass up to watch the replays. That's so funny. And yeah, you guys just add so much humor. So much humor and so much fun to it. So thank you guys, and thank all the guys that run this league. It's been, man, when we get the green flag racing, it's really good racing. It's just we have a lot of just one car spins that are just really unfortunate that are cautions. But man, if we could ever get some green flag racing, and we saw it here. I mean, we went through a whole fuel cycle there and had an awesome little green flag run there in the middle. So yeah, a lot of fun. Thank all my guys over at Fueled Up, Jason, Nathan, Wesley, Scott. It's awesome racing with you guys every single week, and my wife and all the fans for watching. And yeah, looking forward to next week.
Thank you. Well, we appreciate you, Johnny. Congratulations on a third place finish, and we'll see you here next week at Michigan.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
You are welcome. And with us now, we have the 39 of Joseph Mealy. Joseph, great car. That 39 machine ran wild all night long. Yeah. What was your perspective on what happened here in the melee that was the Fueled Up 200?
I don't know. I was garbage all night. I was very, very bad. It was a tough race. This field's gotten so much stronger since last season, and everybody's so good at strategy, and it turned into a strategy race. And I was just talking to Justin, and we saw everybody pit, and we didn't really care. We're like, we don't want to do that, and it was the right call. They were gonna beat us by a mile or more on that great strategy. So I feel bad. I know that caution at lap 70 was between myself and the 22. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know what happened, but I hate that. I really hate that. A, that happened, and B, that I part of the reason why that good run got ruined. So not feeling great about that.
No, but I mean, it happens. It's racing. That's a part of the deal. Sometimes you are out of that picture where you're not a part of that at all, and sometimes you're the catalyst that makes it happen. And unfortunately, I've been on that end many times as well. So again, it's racing. That's a part of it. You finished second place. Congratulations to you, my friend. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to you guys. Appreciate the broadcast. Appreciate everybody watching, supporting all of us who do this on Monday nights. Like we said, great group of guys in here, and it's a lot of fun to race with them. And Nick Lights, as always, for getting me through these things, because it's fun to lose my head. But yeah, appreciate you guys, and great job, Justin.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys had a great run. Joseph, congratulations on a second place finish.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You are welcome. I kicked him out a little early, not on purpose. Justin, congratulations on a finish here tonight. Winning the race. Started 19th, ended up in victory lane. Justin, how are you feeling after the end of this?
Feels great, especially since Pocono is about 42 minutes from my house. So I might drive up there right now and do a couple donuts for real.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, towards the end of the race, you had a strong car most of the night. We saw the 73, and then I would presumably think 74 is your partner, Wesley Jeanette. You both had great cars. Towards the end of the race, did you think you had enough to get past everybody else and get to victory lane, or what was your thoughts going into that last caution?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to go back when I made the final pit stop, I really thought those guys were going to run out of gas, and I thought I was actually, I think, running third of the cars on that other strategy, and it all, then they pitted, and I was like, all right, I don't care. I had 16 laps on the tires at that time, but I was like, I know how these races get at the end. I was banking on back-to-back cautions, and I'm like, all right, just hit your restarts, gain as many spots as you can, and it kind of worked out that way. And then at the end, it was just trying to line up in front of who I trusted the most, and I actually was really happy with the 4 or 5 guys that were around me up there at the end. I trusted all of them not to do anything too ridiculous, and yeah, I trusted all those guys, and I was just trying to line up and see how I can make it work the best, and it did.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations. Again, your first win here in Season 3 for the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series. Fantastic, dramatic win till the end. I know you could probably have gone maybe a caution or two less, but again, worked out in your favor to be the Fueled Up 200 winner. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, that's all that matters. It worked out in a favor, get the win here, and makes this rest of this week really easy. Shout out to you guys putting on the broadcast, all the work you put into it. That's the most important. And shout out definitely to all the family watching. I just won't even shout them all out, but I know we got like 5-6 people watching. And my kids, we're having a third baby coming in March, so this is kind of cool. Maybe next time, yeah, how about that? Maybe next time we'll do a little blue pink, see what the girl's gonna be, or boy.
Brother, we got to do a reveal. If that's gonna be in time, I would love to be a part of the reveal. Again, I have 3 kids, so you're on my level at that point. So
you get a little stressed, a little tired.
All the time. It never ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on a victory. Congratulations on a future baby on the way. Baby number 3. Justin Malarkey, you have won the Fueled Up 200. We will see you here next week at Michigan.
We will talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, everybody, tonight, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. I hope you had a great evening. Josh Cole, any final thoughts from the booth?
I mean, if Pocono was this interesting with all the strategies and everything like that, I can't wait to see what Michigan brings next week.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally agree with that sentiment. These guys did a great job here tonight. Hella proud of the Flem Dogs Racing League, the Wise Owl Wash Cup Series. Had a great night here for the Fueled Up 200 at Pocono, and I hope on the playback you enjoyed this as well. Again, for Josh Cole, a.k.a. Waste My Plan B. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horseboat. Thank you for watching this. Give a follow on my channels. See my bullshit on TikTok. And we will see you here next week at Michigan.